Hello students, welcome to Himani Coaching Center. Uh, Today we are going to do some more questions from previous year board papers on quadratic equations. So it would be a mix of MCQs and one marker questions. So if you guys have not watched the previous video on MCQs on quadratic equation, I would recommend you to go and watch that video also. It will help you clarify many of your doubts. Remember, Himani Coaching Center is committed to simplify concepts and amplify confidence of all our students so that they start loving maths and understand it and do better in the exams. Now, let us look at the first question here. It says if one zero of the polynomial x square minus 4x plus 1 is 2 plus root 3. Write the other 0. Again, I'll quickly repeat this ax square plus bx plus c equals 0 is a quadratic equation. Then sum of roots, which is alpha plus beta, is given by minus b by a. Product of roots, which is alpha beta. Now alpha and beta are zeros of the root, is given by c by a. And whenever we are given one root and the other is asked, the best is to apply alpha beta because that will help us to get the answer fast. Now, if you look at this particular question, which is x square minus 4x plus 1, and one of the root is given as 2 plus root 3. So what is a here? A is 1. B is coefficient of x, which is minus 4. C is 1. So if I want to find product of root, which is alpha times beta, it would be what? It would be 1 by 1, which is just 1. Now let us assume that one of the root given is alpha. So I can just write 2 plus root 3 times beta equals 1 or beta equals 1 over 2 plus root 3. Now the denominator is an irrational number, so we will have to rationalize it. And how do we rationalize? Change the sign in between, that's called conjugate, and multiply. So the numerator will be 2 minus root 3, while denominator would be a plus b into a minus b, which is a square minus b square. So 2 square minus root 3 square. So basically we will get 2 minus root 3 by 4 minus 3 or just 2 minus root 3 because 4 minus 3 is just 1. Okay. Now, this is a one marker question. So remember, when you are doing it in the exam, you have to just start from here. Okay. All this I have explained you the concept. While doing the question, we will start from here. It's a one marker question. You can actually directly go to this, just writing product of root and then solve and get the answer. Okay. But yeah, if this question, sometimes it can happen that they can give this question for a 2 or 3 marker, then you have to show all the steps. Now, let us look at the next question, which again seems similar. It says one root of the quadratic equation. We are given the quadratic equation as 3x square minus 10x plus k equals 0 is reciprocal of the other. Now, reciprocal means what? So if one of the root is alpha and the other root is 1 by alpha, so what would be the product? Product will be alpha times 1 by alpha, which is 1. So we will again go with product. Okay. Remember, if you ever get a question where they say one root of the quadratic equation is negative of the other, then alpha would be equal to minus alpha. And then we go for sum of the roots question in those kind of questions. Okay. For now, for this particular question, this is product would be 1. And now we will just see what is A here. A is 3. B is minus 10, C is K. So we will simply write the product of the roots would be k by 3, and since the roots are reciprocal of each other, so this would be equal to 1, and which gives us our answer as k equals 3. Okay, see, this could be one marker or MCQ. You just have to do it fast. Yeah, so this is how we do this kind of question. Now let us move and see what is the next question given. The next question says if the roots of the quadratic equation, we are given this equation, okay, are equal, find the value of p. Now if we notice this question, we actually have to simplify this. Okay, see, what is a quadratic equation or a quadratic polynomial? It's a polynomial in which the highest degree of x is 2. Yeah, so this is a quadratic polynomial. Why? The degree, highest degree is 2. Here the degree of x is 1. Okay, so first we will simplify this px times x minus 2 plus 6 equals 0. Px into x will give us px square. Now plus into minus is a minus, and then 2px plus 6 equals 0. Now again, when I have to see what is a coefficient of x square, so a here is p. What is b coefficient of x, which is minus 2? So let us quickly write minus 2p, and c, which is constant, is 6. Okay. Now the question says if the roots of this quadratic equation are equal. Remember, if the roots are equal, discriminant, which is b square minus 4ac, is equal to 0. So now we will put the values which we have got. So we will say minus 2p whole square minus 4 into p into 6 should be equal to 0. Now minus squared is a plus, 2 square is 4, so we get 4p square minus 24p, which is equal to 0. Okay, now we will take 4p common. So you take 4p common. So we are left with, see, 4p square divided by 4p is just p. Then minus divided by plus is a minus, and p and p will cancel each other, and we will be left with this. So now what is happening? So if we now solve it, we will get two values of p, and that would be our answer for this question. So let us do that. So see, 4, if I take it to the other side, so I will be just left with p times p minus 6 equals 0 by 4, which is this. And then as per zero product rule, either p is 0 or p minus 6 is 0, which will give us p equals 6 or p equals 0 as two answers, and that's how we solve this question. Okay, now one mistake which many students do at this step, okay, and I am writing this as a mistake. Okay, it's a danger, don't do this. Many students, what they do this 4p square equals 24p, and then they cut this p and just give one answer, which is wrong. Okay, so it would be good for you to remember this and don't commit this mistake. A quadratic equation has to be solved by taking commons and then only go ahead with these kind of questions. I hope you have understood this. Let us move to the next question. Again, the next question is asking us to find value of k so that the quadratic equation x square minus 4kx plus k equals 0 has equal roots. Again, for equal roots, b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So let us write the quadratic equation. Again, let us compare. A here happens to be 1 because there is a 1 here. So just write a as 1. Coefficient of x is b, which is minus 4k here. So let us write b equals minus 4k. C is just k. And we will simply say for real and equal roots, b square minus 4ac equals 0. So let us do that. Minus 4k squared minus 4 times 1 times k is equal to 0. Minus squared is a plus. 4 squared is 16, k square is k square minus 4k equals 0. 4k is common. Okay. Again, we will see that this 4 goes there and divides 0 and becomes 0. So k times 4k minus 1 is this. So what will we get? We will get either k is 0 or 4k minus 1 is 0, which means 4k is equal to 1 or k equals 1 by 4, and these two are our answers. Okay. Now the next question, number 45, is exactly similar to this. I would want you to solve it yourself and give the answers in the comment box. So now let us move to next part of questions in this. So if we look at the next question now, it says, let us look at this question. It says if alpha and beta are the roots of the equation 3x square plus 8x plus 2 equals 0, we are given alpha and beta are the roots of this, and we are supposed to find 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. That, and we are given options. Now, students, remember many times, a quadratic polynomial can be simplified by doing middle term splitting, and sometimes middle term splitting is not possible. Okay, so how do we know whether a given polynomial middle term splitting is possible or not? So for that there is a simple rule. Just find b square minus 4ac quickly and check if it is a perfect square. So if you find b square minus 4ac and that is a perfect square, then middle term splitting is possible. Otherwise, middle term splitting will not be possible. Okay, I'll come to this question in a while, but this topic is important, so maybe we can spend a few minutes in understanding this. So I'll come to the question in a while. So let us quickly check how does this concept works. So I just told you. So let us say I give you x square minus 5x plus 6, and I want to see whether middle term splitting is possible or not. So what is a here? A is 1, b is minus 5, c is 6. So just do b square minus 4 times 1 times 6. You will get 25 minus 24, which is 1. That means middle term splitting is possible. In fact, this is x minus 2 into x minus 3. Okay. Now, so this is how we first decide and check, because we should not be wasting time in doing middle term splitting where it is not possible. Okay, that is why this is important. So just use this, get the confidence, then only try middle term splitting. Now let us look at this one. Here, if I do b square minus 4ac, which is 8 square minus 4 times 3 times 2. So this is 64 minus 24, and I am getting 40. Now 40 is not a perfect square. So that means we cannot do middle term splitting. Okay. Because if middle term splitting is possible, then we get the alpha beta directly. But in this question, that is not possible. So what should we do now? So in that kind of question, we should first find sum of roots. So alpha plus beta, which is equal to minus b by a. Here, a is 3, B is 8, C is 2. Again, this is MCQ. I'm just doing it for you to understand. You can do it in your mind and just write alpha plus beta directly. So which is minus 8 by 3, and product of root, which is C by A, is 2 by 3. Okay. Now we are supposed to find the value of 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. We can see that these are unlike fractions. Why? Because the denominators are different. So we have to make them like. So that means I need to multiply this with beta. So I need to multiply numerator also with beta. Here we need to multiply with alpha. So this. So what will you get? You will get this as alpha plus beta upon alpha beta. Now what is alpha beta? Alpha plus beta is minus 8 by 3 divided by 2 by 3. Okay, remember this is a fraction and division is to be done properly because most of the students make mistake in this step. Okay, so what we need to do, just give me a second. So we can see what we will get here is, I'll just change the color and do it here. So I am doing it here. So I have minus 8 by 3 divided by 2 by 3, or you write minus 8 by 3 into 3 by 2, and the answer is minus 4. So option C is the right option. Okay. Now let us look at the next question. It says the roots of the equation ax square plus bx plus c will be reciprocal of each other if. Now, if they are reciprocal of each other, product should be equal to 1. Okay. And if product is 1, that means C by A should be equal to 1 because product is equal to C by A. So that means C equals A. So it's a simple question, but application of thought. So this is a question where you are asked to apply the thought process. So this is a thought process question and a simple question. Now, the other question is also some kind of, application of thought. It says if the roots of the equation ax square plus bx plus c are equal, then what is c? See, if the roots are equal, what will happen? B square minus 4ac should be equal to 0. They are asking us for c, so let us try that. So b square will be, b square would be equal to 4ac, minus 4ac goes to other side. We need only c, so divide both sides by 4a. Why? Because now you will get that c equals b square by 4a, and you can check that, and that is our option. Okay, so sometimes you get these questions, so just be clear about the concept and it will help you. Now it says, question number 17, that if the equation 9x square plus 6kx plus 4 has equal roots. We have done these kind of questions earlier also, but here it is an MCQ, so let us do that quickly. So let me write 9x square plus 6kx plus 4 equals 0. A is 9, B is 6k, okay, and C is 4. If the roots are equal, b square minus 4ac is 0. So let's do that. So 6k whole square minus 4 times 9 times 4 is equal to 0. So you get 36k square minus 144 is equal to 0. Okay. Now you can do 36k square is equal to 144. K square would be 144 by 36. Okay. And you can get this as 4. Yeah. Now, k square is 4. So, whenever you get a variable with a square, so we will have to square root. So, you just need to ensure that you write the answer as plus minus 2 here because square root of 4 is 2. But k would be either plus 2 or minus 2. Why do we say that? Because if you do plus 2 square, answer would be 4. If you do minus 2 square, even then answer is 4. So, the choice C is the correct choice here. Okay. Always remember, again, this is one of the most common mistake students do. They just write k as 2, which is wrong. It is k is 2 as well as minus 2. You get a square, you do the square root and write plus and minus. Okay. Now let us look at the next question. Again, it's similar. It is saying if the equation x square plus 2k plus 2x plus 9k has equal roots, then we have to find the value of k. Let us write this down first. X square plus 2 times k plus 2x plus 9k, which is equal to 0. Let us find a 1. B is twice of k plus 2 and c is 9k. So if we do b square minus 4ac, so 2 times k plus 2 square minus 4 times 1 times 9k, and that is equal to 0. Okay. Now let's create some space here. So now we are good to go. Now 2 square will give us 4 and times k plus 2 whole square, and minus into plus is a minus, so minus 36k, which is equal to 0. Now k plus 2 whole square is a plus b whole square, so which is a square. In this case a is k, so k square plus 2 square, which is 4 plus 2ab, so 2 into 2 into this minus 36k, which is equal to 0. Okay. If you guys pay attention, I can actually divide both sides by 4. So divide this by 4, this by 4, this by 4. What will happen? We will have k square plus 4 plus, k square plus 4k plus 4 and minus 9k, and 0 by 4 is just 0. So we get k square minus 5k plus 4 equals 0. So if we do middle term splitting, so we need product as plus 4, sum as minus 5, factors of 4. First factor of 4 is 4 and 1. Okay, if you do minus 4 and minus 1, I will get minus 5. Minus 4 into minus 1 gives us 4. So that is this middle term splitting we will use. And this becomes k square minus 4k minus k plus 4 equals 0. So now we will just take some common and all and solve this. So let's do that now. So you take k common. So it is k minus 4. You take minus 1 common here because nothing is common. So you take minus 1 common and k minus 4. Now k minus 4 times k minus 1 is 0, which gives me what? K minus 4 is 0, k is 4, or k minus 1 is 0, which gives us k equals 1. So you can just check that answer is 1 or 4 here. Okay. The question 19, I would urge you to give it a try yourself and get the answer because it is similar to what we have been doing. Okay. So it would be good that you solve it yourself and give the answers in the comment. Let us see who gets it right. Okay. Now, question number 20 is simply our knowledge based question. It simply is asking the roots of ax square plus bx plus c equals 0 are real and unequal if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Okay, let us quickly recall the b square minus 4ac. If it is greater than 0, that means any positive value, then roots are real, distinct. Distinct means unequal also. If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then roots are real and equal. And if b square minus 4ac value is less than 0, which means you get a negative answer, then the roots are imaginary. For now, for till class 10th, you will not solve this. So you will just leave the answer as imaginary. Okay. Now the next question is actually repetition of previous question. here we are given the same equation. We are told b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Then the roots of the equation are real and unequal. Okay. Now, let us look at the next question, which says we are given an equation 2x square minus 6x plus 7 equals 0. We are supposed to figure out what kinds of root are there. So let us do b square minus 4ac. So minus 6 square minus 4 times 2 times 7. So this would be 36. Remember, minus squared is a plus, and then you get minus 56. We are getting a negative value. That means it is less than 0. So what should be our answer? The roots are imaginary. Okay. Similarly, question number 23, I would urge you to solve it yourself. So that is all for today's class. If you are watching this video for the first time, I request you to subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon, like the video. If you have liked the video, please do share your comments and share it with your friends. Himani Coaching Center is committed to simplify concepts and amplify confidence of our students so that they fall in love with maths. Thank you.